morning. So we're going on a picnic today. Also, how are we feeling about the hair? I know I've been showing off my rollers a little bit and I've been trying to do something different. I'm really vibing on it today. So we're gonna go on a picnic, we're gonna get some snacks, and it's gonna be a good day. So yeah, let's go. Okay, we've arrived at our picnic spot and I'm gonna give us a little haul. So for beverages, we have a cherry float Coke, 0 sugar. We've got a Liquid Death. I'm honestly really excited about the cherry float Coke because my favorite Coke is the cherry vanilla kind. And then we got some chicken strips from the deli at the grocery store because I wanted to do sandwiches, but nothing there was kind of looking good. And I didn't want to make a sandwich because the weather's kind of weird and sometimes that stuff gets weird in the sun. And then also we got some lemon curd cream cheese coffee cakes. So I think it's nice and springy. I love the park where we're at. I like coming here. It's kind of out of the way compared to everything else. So, bonk. Oh. There's a bunch of little dandelion shoots, but looks like all the wishes are gone right now. So we're also right by these train tracks, and if you follow them all the way down, you'll end up in the canyon where the ghost of La Llorona is, and she snatches up her kids, or however they say it. I know every town has a woman in white story, but that's ours. And if you go there between 12 and 3 a.m., you'll see a woman in white and she'll come after you. Okay, the lemon curd coffee cake. They're good. They're like that little tartness. Like, I don't really like lemon flavors and other stuff, but I like it in pastries. I love a little like lemon curd moment. Got you a present.
What? Whoa.
And now we're leaving and we are going to go downtown for a little bit. On the last 2 wishes in the park, make a wish. His is getting there. Close enough. It counts. If I had $795, I would buy this church window that we just found. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. Just got done at Walmart and look, it's a crocodile. So I've acquired this and now we are going to go to the store and I want to try something that I've never tried before. And I have never tried chicken cordon bleu. He is obsessed with the cherry bomb Milani's, which they are pretty good. I've never tried chicken cordon bleu, and my grocery store has them in the butcher shop. They got like little ones. So we're gonna go try something that we've never tried before. Okay, so I just got back from my fun little day out. It was a good day. We went on a picnic, we went downtown, we went to the store. I did get that chicken cordon bleu, so I'm super excited to try it. But I wanted to take a second and kind of just show off some of the acquisitions that I made today. So the first thing I want to show off is, sorry, it's twisted up. It is a paper garland that I got that's got mushrooms on it. And I saw on the package that it says it's made out of like an eco-friendly paper that's made from some sort of shrub that they find in like the Himalayas or something. So I thought that was cool. I love mushrooms. I think I'm going to put it by my desk where I do all my painting and stuff. I haven't really decided yet. So I'm really excited about that. And then I got this cool little pendant. So It's got like flowers in it, and then on the back of it, it has a little cameo, and I just love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I am going to switch out the cord just because I'm not a big fan of the leather, and I have some ribbon cord that's left over when I did that with another necklace, so I love that one. Now for some edibles, some little snacky snacks. I got a dark chocolate chunk cookie made with sea salt from the same place that I got the garland. These are the best cookies in town, and I'm gonna split it with my boyfriend tonight, so I'm very excited. These things are just so good. The sea salt just makes it perfect. And then also from the same store, I got a couple of jerky sticks just as like a little snack. They are Sogo snacks and grass-fed smoked beef stick. I got the smoky sweet and the chimichurri, which is actually my favorite. So I got those. Then I went and, you know when you go to like a little store and they have like all the tubs of incense and you can choose like your scents? I restocked on some incense. I've been liking buying these lately just because I like the smells that they have. I like being able to choose the smells because sometimes I get a little sick of like just one scent over and over again. So I went and picked up some incense. They were like 10 for $2.50. And I already showed you guys, but I will show him to you in all his glory. My boyfriend bought me a crocodile, and he's huge, and I love him, and I just love stuffed animals. I don't know. I love cute things, and it just makes me happy. So yeah, just wanted to show off a couple of my little purchases today. And all in all, it honestly was such a nice day. It's nice to be able to go out and just enjoy the world. I got to talk to some nice people. The weather was nice. It's been just really good so far. Also, tonight we're going to finish watching Hairspray, and then we're going to do the movie of the week, which, okay, I'm trying something different with the movie of the week. So normally I try to go down my movie list in order, but there's so many good movies and it's going to take me forever. And I just decided I'm going to put it on shuffle. So every movie will still get watched, but I don't want to do it in order anymore. Now I just want to put all my movies on shuffle and kind of see where we end up. And it's kind of a little mystery because I don't even know what I'm going to be watching until right when I go to watch it. So I'm excited about that. All right, I hung up my mushroom garland and this is what it looks like. And honestly, I love it. I did have to move a couple of my butterflies around, but I think it looks nice. It doesn't cover up all of my wall art too much. So all in all, honestly, I am really happy with it. All right, we are once again back to working on the horse. I want to give a little bit of a before on its progress, and we will see in a little bit how much further we've gotten. All right, so this is today's progress on the horse. I was able to get a lot of the underneath of one side done, and then I've got a good portion of the neck mostly done, and then I'm going to start to move on to the legs next time I work on it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get like a Q-tip and see if I can get some of these other bits, but it's not the end of the world if I don't get it all off. I can always just cover it with white, which I've done in the past when I've worked on my mannequins. Hi, I'm painting my nails right now. So we are using this like blue color. It's called Bluebell from I Love Nail Polish. I like them because I like glitter nail polishes, and I pretty much just use glitter, and I think they have really good glitters, so I mostly just buy these. So yeah, so while I do this, I figured I'd tell you guys about this like weird like movie that I watched the other day. So I watched this movie that my boyfriend found. It was called Hell's Angels on Wheels, and it was from 1968, I believe, 1968, 1967. And the movie itself, honestly, like, it was kind of just a for the vibes movie. It is about this guy who works at a gas station. He gets fired and he joins the Hell's Angels, or he like hangs out with them. He's like a prospect. And essentially, it's just a montage of them starting drama. And then he goes, oh, maybe I don't want this life. And that man was Jack Nicholson. So I had never, like, I'm not a big, like, Jack Nicholson fan. I don't know. It's just, I think he's a good actor. I don't know. I don't go out of my way to find the man, right? And it was crazy because I looked up when he did this movie, and he did this movie when he was like 29 or 30. So he was really young. And it was so interesting to me because I realized I had never really seen a young Jack Nicholson. I probably saw him first, probably in The Shining, I assume, like, you know, for me, like my generation, that just makes sense. You know, you watch like the big ones. And so I think The Shining was probably the first thing I saw him in. And he was in like his 40s when he did that, I believe. And so it's kind of like, you know, when you see like pictures of like Morgan Freeman or like Sam Elliott young, or you see them when you're young and like, you're like, whoa, you kind of get tripped out for a second because you've never seen them. Like, you've always seen them like old your whole life. Like, at least for me, because I'm quite young. So I've always seen Jack Nicholson as like more of an older man. And so to see him as not that, like, really tripped me out. And not gonna lie, he was actually pretty cute. Like young Jack Nicholson could maybe get it, I think. I don't know enough about him to decide, but he was pretty cute in that movie. But the movie itself wasn't necessarily like great, but it was fun. I think it had like a lot of, you know, attractive like edit scene, like cinema. I'm losing my words here. It had a lot of like good aesthetic scenes that you would see in like someone's edit online. Does that make sense? And I kind of like movies like that because not everything has to be analyzed so deeply. As someone who talks about movies constantly, I liked it because I was like, you know what, this would be like a good thing to put on while I'm just chilling. And that's essentially what I did. So it was called Hell's Angels on Wheels. Was it particularly great? No. Was it fun? Kind of. But it was, you know, it was an experience. So yeah, but I'm going to keep working on this. You can't really see the color, but yeah. Okay, this is the finished color. It's blue with almost like a gold orange shift, which I think is really pretty. I know it looks messy, but I promise after I like shower and stuff, the extra stuff will be gone. But that's the color in the bottle. That's what it's supposed to look like. So yeah. So I did some cleaning in my closet, and when I did that, I ended up with a lot more shelf space. So I have this shelf right here that's kind of naked. It's just got like a couple books and my like jewelry boxes on them. So I think what I'm going to do is I think we're going to try to reorganize some stuff and make it look as pretty as possible. Okay, so I redid this shelf and I'm kind of happy with it. I think it looks a little naked, but I kind of like that I have like a space for all of my spiritual stuff. I've got some candles, I've got my tarot cards, I've got my jewelry boxes, I've got my crystals and all of that. I also have a thing of holy water and a rosary that belonged to my grandmother. So if you're someone who really loves stickers, but you don't want to peel them and stick them on things because you feel like you'll like lose them or you're not sure, I have a little hack. It's hardly a hack, but what I do is I get these like Scotch removable clear mounting squares, and I just peel one off and I stick it on the back. Oh God, I stick it on the back of a sticker, and then I can stick it wherever I want. And they hold really good. That's how I've been able to hold all of my stuff inside of my shelves too. And I just think that it's nice because now you're not peeling the sticker. So if you don't want to use it, I guess you could say, you can stick things up this way and you can move them around. So I just got home from going out to dinner and we went to Goodwill afterwards, and I found a new book that I think I'm going to talk about. It's called A Savage Place. And the font kind of reminded me of the Aquarius Curse a little bit. So I don't really know if this falls under like Gothic pulp per se. I'm going to have to do some research on it, but I think I'm going to talk about it in a video at some point. So I'm excited. These kind of books, they're cheesy, but they're kind of fun. They're kind of addicting.